All right, welcome back to the SSL Family Dad channel. Today we have a little bit of a mess to clean up and we're getting ready for winter. So we just recently installed the frost-free hydrant, the yard hydrants here, and also a drain tile that goes underground out here to this little watering hole that I made. The sump pump has been running and we've had some rainy weather and things, and it all drained back here and down here pretty well. The bottom of the pipe is still clear and it's got plenty of room to flow out still, and then it'll start running through that little trench there if it gets maybe about 6-8 inches higher. So it's been working pretty good. But what I think I'm going to do today is we're going to be moving some of this dirt back with the bucket of the tractor, and some of this dirt that I spread out here, I'm going to scoop some of this up, and I need to do a little bit of work to this shelter. So this is the biggest shelter we have. This shelter can fit horses really well, and so the horses will be out in this pasture, but I want to build this up a little bit. It's a little low in here, and what happens when we get a lot of rain, it just ends up getting all swampy in here. So I want to put some dirt in here, level this out. So we'll get the straw out of the way. We need to take this post down, and I also want to put a little bit of siding along the top of this here to make it look a little nicer. And if I have time, I'm going to get this painted as well. So we'll get a nice shelter out here ready for the horse. And the other shelters that we have, you can see both of them there have been working really well, the pallet shelters. I still want to put some siding on those and fix those up a little bit nicer, but the horses are back there. So this is a little pen right here for Virginia. This is a small one. And then on the other side of that, there's a fence right there. You can see that's the big pasture that the horses are in. Now we're going to move the horses over into this smaller pasture for the winter time. This stays a little bit drier, it's a little higher in here, and they have the bigger shelter that they can get in and get out of the weather. So we've got the tractor ready to roll here, and I've got the back blade put on it so we can grade some things out if we need to. This back blade works really well for smoothing things out. So we use the combination of the back blade and the bucket here to get things leveled out by that shelter and also along that drainage tile. So we've already got the pieces of the siding all cut there. I've got my little battery powered saw. That thing has saved me so much time. It's so great to be able to take that out in the barn and in shelters and out in the woods or wherever I need to cut stuff and just have that battery powered saw. Man, what a great tool. Well, this seems to be how life goes for me sometimes. So this always leads to the decision whenever you get stuck like this. I could barrel back and forth and probably get out of here with the use of the bucket and everything else. But the problem is that I've got that drain tile that I just put in here, and I think it's like right next to that tire. If I didn't even go right over it, I'll have to see. I may have just wrecked it. So that'll be another thing I gotta mess with. I was trying to hug tight so I didn't get into that soft ground right there, but it's way softer than I thought it was. So I think I might grab the excavator and use that to try to drag it out. I could just use my truck too. It's right here. Yeah, we'll try the truck first. All right, so it's in 4 low, so just put it in reverse and just give it a little bit of gas. I'm gonna try to, you know, the problem is the wheels are stuck at an angle, so I can't do it by myself. So But I'll get on the tractor, start backing up, and then you just keep pressure on it.
Got it.
I'm pretty sure I ran over the drain tiles. Let's see if it's okay. All right, so kind of a change of plans. I think we're gonna leave the tractor out there. I just threw some more fresh sandy dirt on top of that area. The sock drain looks like it was not damaged, so I think the tire went right next to it. So it didn't crush it or anything, so that's good. So the water can still flow through there. What I think I'm gonna have to do is probably get a yard of real big stone, and I'll just dump it over the fence and rake it out in here, smooth it out in here. So I need something to firm this area up anyway. So I think that's gonna be the plan. So we'll do that another day. So let's focus on the shelter. Oh no, do not get in that water. No, no. Well, I think it looks a little bit better from the back and much better from the front. I also did a couple little patch jobs in here that don't look the best, but I just wanted, there was a kind of a hole in the wall over there, and then there's a board down there that was bowing out, so that board kind of ties everything together down there. But, well, we won't be able to get any dirt in here since the tractor really can't get in this pasture. I can't get through that mud, and I don't want to wreck that drain tile, so I'm not going to risk trying to get the tractor back in here and mess with that. But there is quite a bit of straw in here, and that should help keep it dry for the horses for now. During this time of year, it's not too bad, but in the springtime, you know, when the snow gets in here and the thaw and all that stuff, it starts to get wet in here. So once the ground freezes, I'll probably take a pickup truck load of wood chips and drive it right through and dump it in here. But for now, I won't be taking anything into this pasture through that gate anyway. Well, I think that our horses are going to be much happier out here. They've already been eating up the little bit of extra grass that's in here, and They tore all the hay out of the hay feeder and drug it all over the ground. And it looks like Lily made herself a little blanket. But the shelter certainly looks a lot nicer than it used to, that's for sure. And this pasture should work out just perfectly for the horses for the winter time. And it doesn't look like the drain pipe got crushed by my tractor mistake. I do fear that the horses may step on that, drain tile that's buried all along here. They step on that loose soil, their hooves probably will sink in right there. They may crush it. If that happens, I'll just dig it up right here and we'll redig a little trench. Just leave an open trench. So preparing for winter is never a fun time of year for me. There's so many things to do. Getting all this water line situated and getting water ready for all the animals and getting everybody moved around, and there's breeding operations going on with goats and pigs soon, so moving animals to different pastures and putting animals together and separating animals out, and then in a few months, January, February, March time frame, we'll be moving animals again. So but for now, we are pretty much situated for winter time. I have some pigs to move around and some other fencing to fix and stuff. I'll take you guys along for all that. But it has been snowing today, so it's already starting to get close. Winter is going to be coming before we know it. So getting this place ready one little bit at a time. That shelter's done, the horses are out here, that's off the list, and so on to the next thing. Don't forget to hit thumbs up on today's video, of course. Subscribe if this is your first time to the SSL Family Dad channel. Lots of farming and tractor and DIY project related things coming up over the next few months. And of course, indoor gardening and things in the greenhouse all through the winter. So love to have you join us for that. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.